So you established the company or established the model at 2018.
Yes, exactly. Yes, 2018, we basically established the company. We start writing the white paper. We start going to, conferences, trying to raise money, and was really a very, very tough period because, it was 2018. It was the beginning, the beginning of the beer market was starting, at the end of 2017, basically January 2018. So the price of Bitcoin, of everything, was collapsing and going down and down and down. And we was going around and saying people that we have this crazy idea about building an augmented reality. It was not called metaverse, that back then we talk about spatial computing. And so everybody say no. Yeah, the whole universe was saying like they was doing something wrong. Yet, we really believed in the idea, and the idea back then at the beginning was really, we was inspired by the Decentraland, and this is also very nice because now we are working with them, and it's an honor for us to work with the people we was inspired by. But anyway, we said, okay, let's build what the Decentraland built, but in augmented reality. And because the Decentraland was the first to think about the usage, for example, of NFTs for digital lands. And right now for everybody's kind of some it's not very original idea, but back then was a very original idea because NFTs was not famous at all. The only reason why they were famous is because there was that CryptoKitties that you maybe remember. It was one of the first successful use cases of NFTs that basically clogged the Ethereum network. Then nobody talked about NFTs until 2020, basically. So it was a forgotten primitive in the blockchain. So everything now looks very familiar, but back then really this idea was not so familiar. It was very difficult to explain to people what it was doing and so on. But yeah, yet we persevered, and since Davide had this expertise, we was able to build an MVP. And in December 2020, also we was probably lucky, or I don't know, maybe we had the right vision. But anyway, we also find that the right moment in the market to launch the project, to launch the sale of the tokens, and to launch the sale of the lands. At the beginning, it didn't start so strong. The first buyers were Chinese, and the Chinese usually also they really love to have a quick flip. They're not really long-term investors. So I remember that in one day they invested, they bought like $700,000 of tokens, and they sell it immediately the day after. So in 2 days it went back to zero. So the start was a little bit rough, but then I remember it was like February, something like that, of 2021. Basically, Spain start happening. So there was a YouTuber that made a video on us, a very long video of half an hour, and that ignited everything. So from there we started, people start talking about the project, people start understanding about the lands. So we really started in Spain. So this is really strange. And then from Spain we went all around the world. Then China, as you know, was not a market anymore because of course China basically closed the doors to crypto. But still, we also had the experience there. So right now, the project, I would say it's much more global. Turkey is a very, very important country because back in December 2021, basically it exploded. And also January and February 2022, I remember there was some TV shows that was talking about that. So it was really unexpected also, but also, super nice to have this strong community from Turkey. And then, yes, we're a little bit spread all around the world. Italy, not so much, strangely. So in Italy, we say that nobody's prophet in your own country. So maybe that's the reason why. But yes, that's a long story short, let's say.